Hello again, everybody. Zagatek is here with my Atakline for Wednesday, August the 7th, 2013. Alright, let's kick off with DJ Zagatek news for me. I had a gig today. Where? Wednesday gig. Normally, I don't do weekday shows. Like, discounting some Thursdays like I'm doing for the movie night, for outdoor movie night for Romeo Washington Bruce Park Sweat, which I'm doing tomorrow. But today was Wednesday, and I had a gig today, which was a boat ride, as you see by my t-shirt I got. It was the, I'm going to show this, 41st annual MDA boat ride for the Huron Point Yacht Club. It was like, a lot of kids were there, like MDA, it was like an MDA thing, like a fundraiser thing, that like MDA kids, Muscular Dystrophy Association kids come in, and they took them on a boat ride. They had like 4 boats to take them on, because there was like a lot of people there. I think about maybe 120, maybe 100, 120 people there. It was big packed house. For being early in the morning, it was pretty packed. And everyone rode the boat, and then there's ice cream truck, and then they had lunch, and then most people left after lunch. Because it was supposed to be going until 3. By 2, I think, like half the crowd left. But despite some of the crowd leaving, and my dad suffering an injury. Little head thing, he fell. He's fine now. He fell a little, and he's fine. He had a little bump in the head. Let's say that much. Without delving into it even further. Despite all that, it was still a decent show. There was some dancing going on. There was a lot more dancing last year, but still, a laid-back summer party, kind of like the Quidditch show this past Saturday. Way more laid back though. But still, it was a fun night. I'll be seeing Huron Point Yacht Club people again next week for their stakeout. They're calling it an adult party. So can't wait for that next Saturday. But like I said, my weekend continues with my gig tomorrow, outdoor movie night in Bruce Township. Friday's my birthday. Yeah, I turned 25 by going to Kesha at Caesars Windsor. Can't wait for that. And Saturday's Bayside Yacht Club show. Not a yacht club, but Bayside Yacht Club's Fleet Review. 5th year in a row. Can't wait for that. That's my weekend look ahead. Now, let's kick off with the entertainment news of the day. Starting off with Billboard #1s. Well, we have a new #1 album, and it's still #1 single. Both being occupied by the same man, Robin Thicke. That's right. Now is a song, Birdline's #1 for the 9th week in a row, extending its run and also breaking new records by setting sales records and audience records, saying that the longest run at #1 by a solo male artist since Flo Rida's Low in 08, when dominated for 10 weeks. It is the top gainer in the radio and all the charts, and it's got an airplay honor for a 10th week on the airplay charts. 10th week for that, and a big audience surging 30% sales. Huge sales for the single, not only is it reigning #1 again for the 9th week, like I mentioned. The album Bloodlines debuted at #1 today on the Billboard Top 200. So big day for Robin Thicke, dominant on the Hot 100 and Top 200 with the album and single Bloodlines. Congrats to Robin Thicke. Speaking of Robin Thicke, Robin was on TV a lot this week in the preparations for his album. He was on a lot of TV. Last night, he was on the Colbert Report. Some would say in place of a canceled appearance, or I should say canceled appearance by Daft Punk. Now, Daft Punk will advertise to be on the Colbert Report last night, and unfortunately, they no-showed their appearance. There's been several concurring reports about the reason behind Daft Punk. While some are saying that Daft Punk was never set to appear on the Colbert Show at all, that this report saying that the Robin Thicke replacement was not a last minute. It was already pre-planned, and Daft Punk were not set to appear at all. There was another report saying that Daft Punk canceled because they're contractually obligated to make a surprise appearance at the MTV VMAs in a couple weeks. Of course, Colbert Report is aired on the Comedy Central network owned by Viacom, also owner of MTV. So kind of conflict of interest. That's what one report's saying. But like I said, some people are saying that they were never sexual here at all. That Robin Thicke taped the performance last week when he was promoting his album. Because the album came out last week. Hence the #1 debut for this week. So there's been a lot of concluding reports that, like I said, there's been a lot of rumors about the real truth, that it might be a publicity stunt, this whole thing. So whether or not Daft Punk really canceled Colbert or not, for any reason, is yet to be known. Was it a prank? Was Daft Punk's appearance a prank? Or was it really set to happen and they canceled it last minute because of VMAs? Who knows the real reason, which is coming out. There's no word on MTV or Daft Punk's pop-up any things. So there you go. Daft Punk apparently canceled an appearance for Colbert, which the real reason, whether it was a ruse, misunderstanding, or whatever, still yet to be confirmed. Now, on with news on a rock band I'm a huge fan of that I've seen twice in concert. I mentioned in the beginning of my video, I've seen bands. When I saw it going to Kesha on Friday, my birthday, I've seen bands day after my birthday, but not day of. The band I saw day after my birthday was Leppard. Saw them with Bryan Adams on the Rock World Doubleheader Tour in Lansing. At Oldsmobile Park, if I remember the name of that place. But DL's been on the DL, down low for the last couple months. Mostly doing one-off shows in lieu of Vivian Campbell's cancer prognosis. He has Hodgkin's lymphoma. Good best wishes to you, Vivian. But they also did a big thing this past winter. A Vegas stint. 2-month Vegas stint at the Hard Rock Cafe called Viva Hysteria, which not only chronicled the greatest hits, including songs they rarely do anymore, they also performed Hysteria from front to back. And now the Vegas stint will be honored or chronicled in a brand new concert movie, which will first air as a one-night or two-night streaming event in theaters before the DVD release this fall. The movie event will air on October 2nd and 8th. They're going to do 2 nights of this streaming event to select theaters, including AMC 430 here in Detroit. Of course, the entire Hysteria album will be on the film, as well as some of their greatest hits. Like I said, the film will air as a event first in theaters, and it will be released on DVD on another date. The date of that is still yet to be announced. So it's still going to have other things happening with that. So meanwhile, as we prepare for that release, Def Leppard's also thinking about going back to Vegas soon. So as an eyeing another Vegas stint, the first Vegas stint, Viva Hysteria, will be chronicled in a new movie, like I said, airing October 2nd and 8th in select theaters. Fathom.com for the details. And it will be released on DVD on a yet-to-be-determined date. Now, on to a man who could be retiring, maybe. CB, Chris Brown. Many people do want him to disappear, as many people still hold a grudge against him for his infamous incident with Rihanna back in 2009. Well, Chris Brown may be giving all the haters their dream come true. Chris Brown tweeted that his next album, X, could be his last, which made many Chris Brown fans, Team Breezy fans, very upset and disappointed by that news that Chris Brown could be done with music. Chris Brown has apparently tweeted out retirement rumors before, so many people may not believe it until they see Chris Brown really retire. He could pull Michael Jordan. That's what many people are saying. So, there you go. There's no official word yet, but Chris Brown may be retiring after this next album, which, like I said, a lot of people may wish for that, but there is no official confirmation from that yet. So there you go. Chris Brown may consider retirement following the X album, which will be released on a later date as well. No releasing of that. On to a little movie news on the Muppets. Muppets sequel is coming out this March. Muppets Most Wanted, the sequel to the hugely successful Muppets revival in 2011, which I saw that movie on DVD. It was a very good movie. It was kind of a rehash of the Muppets movie about coming in the gang together. Or in the Muppets movie in 2011, that movie based on, like I said, Muppets movie, instead of getting on the band together for a new thing, Colbert was reuniting the group, reuniting the Muppets following a few years of being away. That was the storyline in the first movie. Now the second Muppets movie in the second trilogy of Muppet movies, in the Muppets Revival, Muppets Most Wanted, is mostly a rehash of the Muppets Take Manhattan. Not Muppets Take Manhattan. The Great Muppet Caper. The second movie of the first trilogy of Muppet movies. Mostly the premise, which is not yet known. The first trailer aired yesterday. The teaser trailer, like I said, aired yesterday. Mostly attempting towards, like I said, a rehash from the Great Muppet Caper. A Muppet framed. Trilogy called The Great Muppet Caper. Premise was Miss Piggy getting framed for stealing a diamond, which she was later acquitted of, and they found the real murderers, real robbers. That's why the movie is called Muppets Most Wanted, because it's going to involve a similar story to that. There'll be a lot of celebrity cameos, including P. Diddy, or whatever he wants to call himself this week. And also main human stars include Ricky Gervais, Tina Fey, and Ty Burrell from Modern Family. Makes sense. Disney owns The Muppets, and Modern Family airs on ABC. Enrico Rodriguez from Modern, aka Manny, was in Muppets 1 at the end. So I saw the trailer, like I said, and it was a very good trailer. I saw Muppets 2011. I saw bits and pieces of Muppets Take Manhattan. I saw the last big Muppets movie before the Muppets in 2011, Muppets from Space. That was a huge bomb, and this was a way better movie, 2011, and I can't wait to see this movie without Jason Segel or Amy Adams, who were in the first one. But Walter, the new Muppet introduced in the 2011 movie, will be in it, along with everyone's favorite Muppets, Kermit, Piggy, Gonzo, Fozzie, Ralph, and my favorite, Annie. I love the animal kick on the trailer. Sequel! So there you go. Muppets Most Wanted teaser trailer revealed. The first scenes of the first clips of the new Muppets movie coming out March 21st. Same director, and also Flight of the forgot the show's name on HBO. The same guy who wrote the movie. Music for the last movie is in this movie, writing music as well. Now on with wrestling news, little WWE news. I got a new SummerSlam match that was announced on SmackDown. SmackDown spoiler for you. A match that I fully predicted, plus an injury report. Now, if you haven't seen my Raw review yet, I said in my Raw review that from the Raw events this past Monday, stemming from the Caitlyn match against Layla and the Dolph Ziggler Biggie match, you saw little teasers for a possible mixed tag with Caitlyn teaming up with Dolph Ziggler and AJ teaming up with Biggie Langston. I kind of hinted that. I kind of thought of that in my review on Monday. Spoiler for SmackDown, I was right. It is going to be Biggie Langston and AJ taking on Caitlyn and Dolph Ziggler. I thought it would be Dolph Ziggler and Big E, but then they had a match again on Monday. And then, like I said, Caitlyn got involved, kind of inadvertently costing Dolph the match, accidentally, which made me think mixed tag at SummerSlam, and I was right. So there you go, mixed tag official for SummerSlam. One superstar who would not be at SummerSlam. They probably have a lot of WWE pay-per-views in the next couple months. Sheamus. Now, Sheamus is injured. According to some reports, especially WWE.com, Sheamus will be out in reported 4 to 6 months, courtesy of a torn labrum in his left shoulder. The report states that the Money in the Bank ladder match is where the injury occurred, and it's only been further damaged in the last few weeks. It will be Sheamus' first major injury surgery. So, and knowing the guys, like they always say, oh, we'll be gone for a lot of months. And sometimes it may come back sooner than that. For example, John Cena back in 2007 when he got injured one of the very first times and had to forfeit the WWE Championship in October 2007, was supposed to be out past WrestleMania. He came back at the Royal Rumble, which we all know is that surprise number 30. So we know how So they're saying Sheamus will be out 4 to 6. I say maybe out 3. Without the reporting it, Sheamus did release his own comment on about this situation. Posting a couple of tweets about this, saying, "Well, WWE will be a lot less Celtic without me for half a year. Me money in the bank shoulder is band jacked. No tears. It's not me drinking all. Shoulder rehab includes repeated lifting a 1-pound weight or 16 fluid ounces. A pint of Guinness is 16 ounces. An Irish girl, WWE Dr. Sampson." So that was Sheamus' comments via Twitter about his injury. And he's never been really injured, like have major injury, which is, he said, his first major surgery on an injury. So best wishes to you, Sheamus. Speed recovery to you. See you when you come back. So Sheamus is out for up to 4 to 6 months due to a shoulder injury that happened during Money in the Bank that got further damaged in the last couple weeks. He hasn't been on Raw lately. I think the day after he had that big bruise on his leg. So we haven't seen him since the match against Del Rio the day after Money in the Bank. So best wishes to you, Sheamus. That is it for my Atakline for today. I'll see you all later. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. See y'all later. Yeah.